Hello, today we are solving October 2023 paper Unit 2. Roadway Construction PLC is considering the possibility of building and operating a private motorway. Drivers will have to pay to use the motorway. The cost of building the motorway will be around 20 million pounds and the company is going to depreciate the initial cost of investments over 5 years. The following information will apply to each of those first 5 years of the project. Now they have given this information. It says that there is a motorway which operates 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. There is the cost of the car to use this motorway. They are going to charge us £5 per journey, and then it is going to operate between 7 a.m. and 8 p.m. and are expected to use the motorway between 8 p.m. and 7 a.m. Okay, so this is the cars. They are going to allow the cars and they are going to charge £5 and they are going to allow between certain times, and then there is a lorry also will use and they are going to operate at certain time and they will be charged at £8. So this is the revenue that's going to be earned by the motorway after construction. Then apart from the revenue, they have certain costs. So they have some amount of staff needs to be employed and they are going to be paid wages. So number of staff is given and the wage paid is also given. Then you also have a maintenance cost and other overheads also is included. Now the first question is, calculate the budgeted net profit for 1 year of operating the motorway. This is the first question, calculate the budgeted net profit. Now the budgeted net profit usually is equal to revenue minus the costs. Okay, revenue is usually the quantity times the selling price, the product, how much of quantity and at what price are you selling. So but here it is an operational revenue we will calculate, and then you have certain costs like wages, maintenance, depreciation and overheads. Okay, so these are the other costs which we are seeing. Now let's calculate. There are two types of vehicles they have given. One is the car and the other is the lorry. So the car is going to operate between certain time, 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. So the first car is going to operate between 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. Second car 8 p.m. to 7 a.m. Lorry is 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. and lorry 7 a.m. to and the lorry is 8 p.m. to 7 a.m. Okay, so these are the operational timings they have given. So now let's calculate the revenue that's going to be earned by operation of this car. Okay, it's going to operate 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. There are about 275 cars per hour. Okay, so there are 275 cars that's going to run, the amount of cars that's going to be charged. Okay, now per hour, how many hours are they going to operate? Between 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. Okay, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. is 12 hours plus one more extra hour, so 13 hours. So they are going to operate for 13 hours. Okay, and 13 hours. Okay, and they are going to operate 24 hours a day and 365 days. Okay, in a year. So let me convert this 13 hours per day, and for the entire year you will multiply 365 and you are going to charge £5 per journey. Okay, you are going to charge £5 per journey. So let's see how much is the revenue. The revenue is going to be 13 times 275 times £5 into 365, that is going to be equal to 652 to 4375. Okay, this is the revenue that's going to be earned by operation of the motorway. Now let's calculate for the cars which is operating between 8 p.m. to 7 a.m. 8 p.m. to 8 a.m. will be 12 hours, but it is operational only till 7 o'clock. That means it operates only for 11 hours. Now let's see for this. The number of cars that runs is estimated to be around 90, and the operational hours is going to be 11 hours, 365 days, and it is going to be charged at the rate of 5 pounds. Now let's calculate that is 90 into 11 into 365 into 5 pounds, okay, into 5 pounds. So that is going to be equal to, it is going to be equal to 1806750. Okay, so this is how much is the revenue that's going to be generated by the car. Then there is lorry that's going to be operated. Okay, let's see how many lorries are going to be operated. Lorries that's going to be estimated is 38 lorries per hour, and it's going to be 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. That is, they are going to be operational for 13 hours, 365, and they are going to charge them 8 pounds. Okay, so now let's calculate 38 into 13 into 365 into 8 pounds. Okay, all these are days. Okay, I am going to calculate for the entire year, so I am using days. Okay, 11 hours per day for 365 days. Now the value of 38 cars per hour into 13 hours into 365 into 8 is going to be equal to 1442480. Okay, 2480. So that is going to be equal to this much. Then the lorry is going to be operational between 8 p.m. to 7 a.m. So now let's calculate how many, okay, lorries, the revenue earned by the lorries operational by this time. There will be 12 lorries. So let's change this to lorries. Okay, there are 12 lorries per hour. Lorries per hour, okay, 12 lorries per hour, and they are going to be operational till only 11 hours. 8 p.m. to 8 a.m. will be 12 hours, but they are going to operate one less hour, which is going to be 11 hours, 365, and their charge is going to be, the charge is going to be 8 pounds. So now 12 into 11 into 8 into 365, so the value is going to be equal to 385, okay, 385440. Okay, this is the amount. Now let's calculate the total revenue. Now let's calculate the total revenue. Okay, the total revenue is going to be equal to, add up all of this cost, 6524,375 plus 1806750 plus 1442480 plus 385440. So that value is going to be equal to to 101,101,590.45. Okay, so that is the value of the total revenue that's going to be earned. Now let's calculate the cost. Okay, let's calculate the cost. We have the staff. Okay, the total amount of staff employed for morning, afternoon and evening, 6 plus 6 is 12, 12 plus 3 is 15 staff is going to be employed. Okay, so wages paid. So the wages paid is going to be equal to, wages paid, there are 15 staff, okay, and they are going to be paid 75 pounds for the working period. Okay, for the working period. Now let's calculate the working period. They are going to operate for 365 days. Okay, so they are going to operate for 365 days and they are going to be paid 75 pounds. So 15 into 75 into 365, So that value is going to be equal to so that is equal to 410625. That's the wage cost. And then you have the maintenance cost. Okay, maintenance cost, we can see that it is 1000 per day and they're going to operate for 365 days. So let's put the maintenance cost. So maintenance cost 1000, okay, into 365 days. Okay, so 1000 pounds per day into 365 days. So that value is going to be 365,000. 365,000. Okay, then you have the other overheads. Okay, other overheads, it is yeah, they have directly given overhead cost. Okay, it's going to be equal to 450,000 per year. So let's write it here directly. It is 450,000. And then you have the depreciation charges, because they have said they are going to depreciate this initial investment for over 5 years. So you will incur some depreciation charges. So depreciation is going to be equal to 20 million divided by 5. So that is equal to 44 million. Okay, that's going to be 4 million per year. So that is going to be equal to, okay, the total cost is going to be equal to, so this is the total revenue, and now I'll add up the total cost. 410,625 plus 365,000 plus 450,000 plus 4 million. So the total cost is going to be equal to 5225625. So now let's calculate the budgeted net profit for the year. So the budgeted net profit for the year is going to be the revenue minus this cost 101,59045 minus 5225625. So that value is going to be equal to, okay, that value is going to be equal to 493,493,3420. Okay, this is the budgeted net profit for the year.